Wow, 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 wow. Hey guys, do we have an update for you? Hey, listen, get ready. Get ready because we're fixing to bring on the mastermind behind this whole business retreat at sea. And not only that, we've got a special guest with us to share some special insight into some of the visitors or some of the speakers that are going to be on this cruise with us. Imagine you guys are going to be on the high seas with some incredible, incredible speakers. So welcome aboard. Welcome aboard to the business retreat at sea. And I'm telling you, entrepreneurship on the high seas will never, ever be the same. I'm Johnny Juan Ortiz. I'm going to be the MC at this event. And today we're just going to be setting sail with Coach Jenny Lynn, the visionary behind the business breakthrough cruise of 2025. And as I bring her on, I'm just going to share a little bit more because, Jenny, this isn't just, here, let me fix that. This isn't just a cruise, right? This is going to be the cruise that entrepreneurs are able to shift their mindset, strategize for sustainability, and scale their businesses to literally new heights. And I'm all about scripture. I love it. It's Proverbs 16:3 reminds us that commit to the Lord whatever you do, and He's going to establish your plan. So, hey guys, listen, grab your life vest, grab your notebooks. It's time to dive deep into this purpose-driven success. Jenny, welcome. Thank you for being on here. Greet the guests, greet the viewers.
Hello. I'm so excited to be here. And I am, again, privileged to be in the room with Johnny Juan. He is going to be our fabulous MC for the trip. So he will be right along with us, cruising the high seas. We're so excited about that and the value that he's going to bring. You may think that an MC doesn't bring a lot, but Johnny's bringing a lot to the table. He's not just announcing. We're going to do some special stuff with him. He doesn't even know yet. Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, we are super excited. So again, yes, this is a business breakthrough retreat at sea. And I believe it's going to be like no other business retreat you've been on, no other conference, no other convention, and it's not even going to be an ordinary cruise for you. Like you said, we are going to the Turks and Caicos for 6 nights. You will have time to be out on the islands. You are going to have time to enjoy the ship. You are going to have time to rub elbows with everybody else that's coming in our group that are, oh my gosh, top-notch, top-tier, $1 million trainers. And I'm super excited about that.
Yeah. Jenny, can you give us those dates again?
Yes, we are sailing from November 15th to the 21st. So right before Thanksgiving, everybody's going to be home in time to enjoy all their holidays. And we leave on Saturday, come back on Friday morning. You'll debark off the ship, and it's going to be a fabulous 6 days. I mean, what better way to kick off your holiday season than to walk off the boat with a plan for your business for the new year?
Yeah, absolutely. And really fast before we bring our guest speaker onto the show to kind of tell us a little bit more about why he got involved and why this is such a great event to attend. Jenny, I want you to share with the viewers, and for you viewers that are watching right now live or on the replay, hey, go ahead and share. Go ahead and invite your sphere of influence, your circle of influence to this incredible event. So down there at the bottom where it says share, hey, just hit that button right there and do us a favor. We want to get people who want to grow their business, who are looking to be working on their business and not in their business, scale their business, right, to achieve the financial freedom they're looking for, all of this stuff. But Jenny, what inspired the creation of this business breakthrough cruise, and how does it differ from your traditional business retreats?
Okay, so it was inspired through a conversation I was designing a corporate workshop. And when we were designing it, I was like, oh, this would be really cool to go, on a, cruise. And then I kind of forgot about it. And I believe this was a divinely given task for me.
A heavenly assignment.
A heavenly assignment. Because I started seeing like cruise advertising just trickled in different places. I woke up in the middle of the night as if I had already envisioned everything that's going to happen. I was in the middle of it already happening. And when that happens, you listen. When you get woke up in the middle of the night by the Holy Ghost, your guardian angel, or God himself, you have to take charge of that and run with it, because I truly believe that this is happening because he wants these speakers to be with the attendees that find us,
Yeah.
because they have something to offer each other.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
speaking about that, I can't wait to bring in our next guest. Matter of fact, I'm going to let you introduce our next guest. How you met, how you know this individual. I want you to just build him up and we'll bring him on.
Okay, so Dave Kaufman is our special secret guest. And honestly, I've not had a chance to work with him. I'm excited to work with him. He was, again, I believe, placed in my path through a divine assignment. And he was referred to me from another friend who I have worked with and have mentored with. And I'm just really excited. He is one of the people that I'm bringing on the cruise that I don't know, but I can't wait to learn from. And I can't wait for everybody else to learn from him also. Because what I do know in the book, I bought his book immediately. I've read it. It's amazing. I can't wait to see what he's got to teach us on the cruise. So, Dave, go ahead and let us know why you decided to come, what you're going to bring to everybody, and just how excited you are.
Hey, well, wow. I am really excited about this cruise, and it's good to see you, Johnny. Great to see you, Janine, as well. I thought it was so interesting when I responded to the invitation to speak. I went onto the website and I was like, oh my goodness, all my friends are speaking. And then I saw Johnny is going to be the MC, and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm going for sure. You know, even if she doesn't want me, I'm going. But I'm excited. Number one, to just connect with the great speakers that you've had. I mean, hats off to you and your relationships, because these are some of the top speakers in the country. Thinking of Jim Cathcart, who's a dear friend of mine. We've worked together on several occasions. He's like in the top 1% of the top 1% of the speakers in the world. Just an amazing, amazing individual. Spoke at my conference, EdgeCon, and then also Coach Nate Hearn. I mean, do I need to say more?
No.
Like I have people at EdgeCon like saying, "When's Coach coming back?" I mean, he's been there 3 times already. When's he coming back?
Yes.
And then Michelle Prince is an EdgeCon speaker, and Scott Reeb is an EdgeCon speaker, and so these are all my friends. And then, the guy that got me started in the whole thing is Howard Partridge.
Yes.
He was my business coach way back, and he got me started into speaking and coaching, and introduced me to Dr. Robert Rome, who obviously everybody loves and has impacted so many lives. And I'm just excited. Matt and Katie Rush, they're great friends of mine as well. And so I'm excited about that fact of mingling with that level of speakers again. And I can't wait to see who all is coming along. I believe we're going to have some great transformations. And one of the things I'm so excited about is the fact that this is a cruise. And, as a business coach, I speak and coach businesses all across the country. We're tired. Business owners are tired. And what a fantastic way to get away, refresh, and also download information that you can take back into your business and transform your culture, your business, your sales. I mean, there's going to be salespeople, there's going to be leadership people, there's personality. Jim Cathcart, wrote one of the top books on selling. And so you are going to have a chance. That's what I'm excited about. The people that are coming are going to have a chance to be refreshed, be renewed, and restore their culture in their company and really make a difference in their lives moving forward. So can you tell I'm excited?
Yeah, a little bit. And that's really, what I, as a small business entrepreneur, solopreneur, different seasons in my life, was that I didn't feel like I had the support. Like, I was doing all the things. I was working my business. I was working in my business. I was doing, every role that needed to be done, from, billing and receiving and social media and outreach and sales and, speaking and working with your clients. And when we are so caught up in building our businesses, we forget that we also need support.
Yeah. Yep.
And when a lot of us, when we're just starting out, we don't have those large connections like you have cultivated, Dave. And so we're like, who do we talk to? Who do we go to? I just want to talk to somebody that gets me, that understands what I'm going through and what I'm doing. So when I designed this, I had that thought in mind, like, what kind of support do I wish I'd have had when I started out in my whole journey of, coaching and life development and writing my books and speaking, what support would I have needed? So I have brought in almost everybody from every aspect of where I needed help. I put them all in this one place.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I can't speak on the value that someone is going to walk away enough from this cruise. I think Johnny and I added it up one day, and it was over like $60,000 worth of training that someone's going to get when they come on this cruise.
Yeah. You know what? One thing that a lot of times is missed is the cost, not how much it costs to come, the value you're going to get out of it, but the cost of not coming. The cost of not being on this cruise, the cost of not developing that relationship with that individual. If I'd have said no to Ziegler, I would have never met Dave. And I love, we've broken bread with Dave, literally. It's an incredible speaker, an even better individual, faith-driven entrepreneur. Matter of fact, we were on here before we came on. We were just kind of getting it set up, and the word busy kept coming up, and there's a lot of things happening, a lot of things going on, but this is going to be the perfect opportunity to get away, rejuvenate, get ready to go. It's going to be towards the end of the fourth quarter of the year. And Dave or Jeannie, I want to kind of talk a little bit about mindset behind, those people that say, well, I don't have time. Yeah, I can't fit it. Share a little bit about that. Maybe Dave or Jenny, either one of you.
Yeah, I always talk. When I am selling my coaching packages, I ask my clients, what is your biggest expense in your business? And some people will say taxes, and that is a very large expense because we're taxed to death. We're taxed on everything. But the biggest expense in your business is you not knowing what you need to know to take your business to the next level. That's the biggest expense. Listen, I've been coached by some of the top coaches in the world, Michael Gerber, all of those, Myron Golden, and I've paid a lot of money, and I've learned things that I did not know that turned into dollar bills, many of them. And your biggest expense is to not know what you need to know to take your business to the next level. It's not taxes. So if you feel like you're paying too much taxes,
you need to be on this boat.
You need to be on this boat.
You can literally write it off.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Exactly. And another thing too, Janine, you brought this up earlier about, being super busy and stuff like that and wrapped up in your business and not knowing who to talk to. Last time I checked, God created us as human beings, not human doers.
Yes. And
so many times the people that I coach, the business owners that I interact with, they're busy doing things. And you have to do things, but they're acting like human doers instead of human beings. And this cruise, this retreat is going to allow you to start being the person that you need to be, so that you can take your business to the next level, so that you can impact your employees, so you can engage them at a higher level. And, Zig, half of these speakers are Ziegler certified speakers, but Zig used to always say this: you don't grow your business, you grow your people, and then your people grow your business. And before you can grow your people, you got to grow.
Yes.
And this is where you can go to switch from being a human doer to a human being. And I want you to be something different. I want you to become something different, because as our friend Tom Ziegler says, you have to be, do, and have. You have to become something so you can do something different, so you can have something different. That's why I'm excited about this cruise and about the lineup of speakers that you guys put together.
Absolutely.
And let me cut in right there, Jeannie. I apologize. I gotta
No,
cut
you
in
go.
right there because you can't give that which you don't have. Right?
Yeah.
And the ultimate gift, Tom's been telling us, is the gift of legacy. And the fact that, Jeannie, you were able to assemble this caliber of speakers on a boat
I know.
A big
speaks
boat.
volumes of your relationships, of your connections, and of your you shared with us a little bit about your heart, about your mindset behind this, and you literally are the definition of that go-giver. And so tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you were wanting to say before I cut you off. Thank
No,
you.
you're fine. Well, I was also going to say that I am like releasing a book to tie back into Dave about becoming. I'm releasing a book at the end of May, and it's called Show Up for Her, Becoming Your Future Self. All right. And that part of this, I was going through that myself when I developed the cruise. And I just really want to give an opportunity to those that are seeking to build their businesses in a more efficient way, a more effective way, and to grow their revenue so that they can have that pause or that break to be who they are meant to be and serve the way that they were put on this earth to serve and not be a slave to the doing.
That's
Always going. And when do we have our biggest breakthroughs? Whether it's personal life, business life, community life, we have our biggest breakthroughs when we are doing nothing or when we're doing something that is routine, something where you're constantly, and we're in the shower, we're driving. But when we have our breakthroughs, it's not when we're thinking about what do we need to do. It's when we're relaxed. It's when we're taken out of that distraction and we're able to just be.
That's right.
That's when we have our breakthroughs. And that's why I wanted to do this cruise. I don't want to go in, like I said, this idea came from the middle of planning another corporate facilitated workshop where I would go into the corporation and teach their people. That's not going to, I mean, it might help them a little bit, but they're not going to have that big breakthrough when they're in the middle of it. You need to take them, pluck them out of that. And, have that relaxed thing. So we're going to be on islands, people. We're going to be in the Bahamas. We're going to be at Grand Turks. We're going to be in the Dominican Republic. Everybody is get to go off the boat and have fun, have sunshine, relax, and allow all of the methods and resources and skills that we're teaching them in between to download and then have that aha moment. I'm excited to see the breakthroughs that come out of this. I'm excited to see new partnerships, possibly collaborations. Most of all, to me, the reason I designed it this way is so the speakers can expand their networks. The people attending can expand their networks, but together we can all grow and rise and build our businesses even better.
That's right. And if I could just speak to the attendees or the people listening to the little podcast here, I want you to imagine if you could increase the performance of your company just by 2%.
Yes.
Better sales, better marketing, all the way around, just by 2%. Would that make a difference in your business? If your business would improve 2%, would that make a difference in your business? And I know the answer is yes. Obviously, it would make a big difference. Well, here's what I'm going to promise. I'm going to bring the 2%.
Ooh.
I'm going to bring it. And then you have, 13 other speakers?
Yes, there's 16 in total. So, yeah, there's...
Yeah, absolutely. And they're going to bring it. And so here's your chance to increase not only 2%, like I'm going to bring way more than 2%. I'm going to be talking about my book, People-Centered Leadership, and the art of growing your business by growing your people. ART stands for appreciation, recognition, and trust. And I'm going to be talking about leadership and the three things that, when I start my talk on leadership, I usually ask this question: what is leadership? And I get the crowd to, shout out some things that are leadership. And I get, if there's 400 people in the audience, I get 400 different reasons or ideas of what leadership is. And so then I say, ask me what is leadership. And so they say, Dave, what's leadership? And I say, I don't know. But I know there are three things that every great leader does. Okay. And I'm going to give you those two right now, because we're going to go a lot deeper on the cruise in my session. But three things that every great leader does. I don't know the definition of leadership, but there are three things that every great leader does. Number one, they inspire others. They inspire others. John Maxwell says leadership is influence, nothing more and nothing less. I actually believe leadership is inspiration, nothing more and nothing less, because you can influence negatively, right?
Yes.
Influence is a outside force. It's kind of like motivation. I don't like the term motivational speaker. Now, I get when people say, hey, Dave's a motivational speaker, I get what they're trying to say. But if you motivate an idiot, what do you get?
Motivated.
Yeah. We don't need more of those. All right. I like to inspire people, because every person has a want-to button inside of them, and a great leader finds that want-to button and switches it on, and they do it because they want to, not because they have to. Influence is an outside motivation. It's an outside force pushing, but when it's in you, it gotta come out. And so a great leader figures out a way to inspire others. And the second thing that every great leader does is they create movements. Okay. A movement does not have to be a huge, global thing. You can have a movement in your company with 10 employees.
Yes.
And a great leader develops something so that others want to follow. And it's a movement, and they create that movement. And we talk about that in depth in the session that I'm going to be doing. The third thing that every great leader does is they replace themselves. See, here's the problem that I have with most leaders in businesses. They want to be the hero. Great leaders do not want to be the hero. They want to make their team members the hero. And so a great leader replaces himself or herself and passes the baton on, develops other leaders and passes the baton and lets go. There's a lot of leaders that pass the baton, but they're still holding on to that sucker. They need to let go and trust that new leadership. And so those are the three things. And then we're going to dive into the 5 actions of a people-centered leader. I'm not going to tell you what those are. You got to come.
You gotta come. Yeah.
Retreat to get that, because that's crazy. The 5 actions of a serving leader. And if I have enough time at the retreat, I'm going to share with the team. This is going to be my 2%. It's actually like 20%. It's actually like 100%.
Huge.
It's huge. This one model that I'm going to share at the retreat changed my life and made me lots of money.
I'm leaning into that one because, this is the one that everybody wants to pay attention to.
But I'm not going to tell you here. It's the 4 values of level that every person has. Every person has 4 levels of value, and I'm going to show you how to access the top 2 that changes everything. You already know the bottom 2. It's muscles. Every one of us have muscles. We are doing things like plumbing. When I rake my yard, I'm using my muscles. That's the lowest level. The second level is your management skills. And that's what business owners think business is manage and doing, managing. And that's why I'm busy, because after a while, when you manage and do, you get tired and burned out. And I'm going to show you how to access the 2 highest levels I'm not going to tell you what they are. You got to come to the event to get the 2 highest levels. And I'm going to tell you the 2 highest levels is where millions and billions are made. And you
Woo!
have it. You have it.
You're bringing the heat.
I told you. I mean, 2%, it's going to be, it's crazy.
Yes, I am so excited. And look, if you're even thinking that this might be for you, it is for you.
Yeah.
We have set it up to be very affordable. I mean, seriously, this is, I mean, top tier people. It is so affordable. You're able to put a small amount down and make payments over the next 6 months. We just wanted to, especially me, wanted to make sure that it was so affordable that you could not say no. And the amount of learning and teaching, I mean, honestly, if you want to add that extra zero to your paycheck, you need to be on this boat. Yeah. You need to be on this retreat.
Yeah. Especially after what Dave just shared. Remember, there's 15 other speakers that are going to be on this cruise. Dave, what Dave just shared is going to be worth the price of admission. If you only came.
Yes. If you only came for Dave, it would be worth the price of the admission because, I mean, you're not only just getting Dave, you're getting the 15 other speakers, but you're also getting a week in the Caribbean. You know, you're getting a cruise, you're getting a free vacation because it's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
And so this is what I've done a little different. I know Johnny asked me earlier, and I think we kind of got sidetracked a little bit. How is this different than every other convention or conference or training that you've been to? So the way that we have it set up is, one, you get to have fun in between all the trainings. It's not where we spend 2 days together. We cram you full of notes. You're writing everything down that the speakers are telling you, and it sits in a spiral or a manila folder somewhere when you get home. I've been to those. They're great. They're wonderful. They're top-notch for networking. All right, so what we're going to do is when you come on, when Dave gives his talk, when he teaches us what he's going to teach us, we're going to take a small break. We're going to come back together and we're going to have a workshop specifically to talk about what he just did. And during that workshop, Dave's going to hopefully hang around and all the other speakers, and you are going to be able to customize what he just told you and how it relates to your business.
Wow.
So you are walking away with actually 15 different specific customized actions and resources for you to take for your business. And it's all going to be weaved together where you're going to get your leadership, you're going to get your sustainability and your systems and how to grow and what you need to have in place. Then you're going to get your sales. So you can soar and your revenue is going to skyrocket. That is all going to be in a spiral book for you to take and have a game plan. Like any good coach knows, you got to have a playbook. And that's what you're walking away with, is a playbook that is just not generalized notes that tell you different styles or skills or philosophies, but it's going to be created for you, by you, with help from these speakers.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. I love that idea of kind of regurgitating each of the speakers' talks into a workshop and helping them to apply it into their business. I mean, we're going from doing and being right there. We're going to like make you become a different type of a leader right there. I love that. And one other way that it's going to be different than any other conference is you're going to see me in shorts and t-shirts.
I think you're going to see a lot of us in shorts and t-shirts. And again, yes, that is all part of the design because you're laid back. You're not sitting there in your Sunday best or your work best, your three-piece suit. We want to be relaxed so that our mind takes in all of this information in a very comfortable setting. And I'm just excited to learn. I want those other two things. I wrote down my notes. I want those other two things. So I'm excited for that right now. Sign me up.
Yeah, and the one thing we always talk about here in the Fun Life community is always about having fun. And what I'm going to tell you is on this cruise, you're not going to come back the same the person that gets on this boat will not be the same person returning.
Yeah.
Because fun is serious business.
Yes.
I mean, look at the high level. People aren't just doing it Dave talked about it, out of obligation. They're doing it almost out of as a oh, Jeannie, you said it earlier, as a divine appointment type of thing. And whenever you're walking in your purpose and you know why you do what you do, how you do it really gets to be fun. And so I cannot wait. Jenny, hey, let's go ahead. I know we got to wrap this thing up, but I want to go ahead and just give them another invite. How can they find it? How can they click? Do they need to set up a one-on-one with you? However you want to do this, let's get more people on the boat.
Absolutely. We need more people on the boat. You can go to the website that's scrolling across the bottom, and I've used it as my name. Just go to CoachJeannieLynn.com. There is a web page there that will tell you all about it. However, if you want more details, if you're still not convinced that this is where you need to be, there is a spot on that page where you can set up a call with me. Let's get on a call. Let me tell you specifically how we can help you in your business if you need special payment arrangements, because I know I struggled when I first started out, and I don't want that to be a reason you don't come. Call me. Let's see what we can set up. It's going to be amazing. Super, super excited. This rock star, what do we call it before, Johnny? The Avengers of business.
The Avengers.
We've assembled. Yes, we've assembled the Avengers.
I'm telling you, and we'll put that link down in the comment section because we want to make it easy for you to get on this boat. And again, if cost is an issue, think about it. It doesn't cost to be on this boat. It's going to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, you could probably go ahead and put it on a credit card, and by the time that credit card payment is due, you will have generated enough funds and revenue just based off of what Dave was telling us to pay that credit card 10 times over.
Yeah. So here's what I'm going to do. Y'all don't know what I'm going to do here, but I'm going to do something really special for the first 5 people that signs up. And if they mention Dave Kaufman Leadership, I personally will cover $500 off of their tickets. That's 5 tickets, $500 off.
Oh my goodness, Dave. Are you serious right now?
Yep, I just made that up. I didn't even know I was going to do that until.
Oh, that's the Holy Ghost. That's the Holy Spirit moving you right now.
Yeah, I'm going to write it down so I don't forget.
I'm writing it down so I can make sure the next 5 people will get that 5. Oh my God, that's a blessing.
They have to mention Dave Kaufman Leadership.
Yes. Yes.
So 5 times 500. How much is that?
5 times 2,500. That's amazing.
Yep,
that's
I can do that. Yep.
Wow.
Just don't tell me
guys. The next 5. Hey, the link
jump on it fast.
The link is down in the comment section.
Yes, grab it. I mean, oh my gosh. And you know what I'm going to do for those first 5 people?
There's more.
There's going to be more. I will upgrade them to VIP. They will be sitting at you with one of the dinners.
That's an incentive right there, guys. Hey, you get $500 from Dave, and you get upgraded to VIP. Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, guys, you're not going to want to miss this event, this business retreat breakthrough. And again, a lot of times it's going to get tough before you break through. Sometimes you might break down, but come and get rejuvenated, come and get renewed, come and get around some of this energy, some of this talent, some of this incredible atmosphere that's going to be. Jenny, thank you so much for doing this. Appreciate you. Dave, appreciate you being on here with us today. Man, you brought the heat. I cannot wait to see this in person.
Yes, I'm excited. So yes, come join us. We're all ready to meet new friends. Absolutely.
All aboard!
Friends. We will walk away as friends. I guarantee it.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much. Hey, again, please remember, go ahead and share. You never know who else needs to be on this boat. Tag them below, put their name on it, and let's get them on this boat. Hey, guys, thank you again.
Thank you so much. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks.